Alright, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Daily Dungeon Diving. I know I said I was gonna meet you guys up that other area, but I was kind of coming back through here, and I realized I completely forgot about this guy over here and this other path. So I'm gonna go ahead and kill this guy and see where this leads instead. It's probably just a dead end, or maybe one extra room. Yeah, it was just a dead end. Okay. So, yeah. That last video, it kind of dragged on a bit, and a lot of it was kind of me babbling. Again, I'm out of it a little bit, and that whole Sahad thing is just, it's been a bit of a drag to deal with. They've been kind of going on about it in Discord the last few days, and I personally don't care for it, so it's not been a crazy fun place to be for me for the last couple of days. But yeah, we are done talking about that, thank goodness, and now I can move on. Damn it. See, another thing that Hax did in his little dungeon guide is he took his time and got a whole lot of sneak attacks off, which was tremendously valuable. He managed to save a whole lot of food and weapons and stuff by getting sneak attacks. However, unfortunately, it's not really that easy, especially for me, in order to get all of those sneak attacks. And actually, trying to kite these guys, I'm going to end up taking way more damage than I need to, so I'm just not going to mess around with this, and I'm just gonna do it this way. You might be thinking that's a massive waste of honey, but the funny thing is, I have, back at my base, a chest completely full of honey. And then, of course, you can see the 72 items in storage that I have, and those are all barrels of honey. And actually, I have a second chest that is starting to fill up with honey. I've been saving honey for a special occasion, and as it turns out, I've yet to find a really deserving special occasion to use all of that honey on. So what's resulted is I just have a crap load of honey laying around that I never use. And I've been using, jerky and berry juice and leeks and bitter tinctures and stuff in the dungeon, but I haven't been using honey at all. So I have a whole bunch of honey that just never gets used, so it's just piling up and piling up and piling up, and I've gotten to the point where it's just like, you know what, I need to use this stuff. I need to use it. So that's kind of why I've decided I want to use honey more often now, if I can. Unfortunately, that grabbed a lot more attention than I wanted it to. Would you open, please? Thank you. That is a desecrator. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was going to be a desecrator or what. I actually wanted to use that a little bit later, but okay. And there goes my bastard sword, unfortunately. Stop getting stuck on little things. And I'm going to go ahead and use this nearly broken scimitar And now, let me see here. What are my options? He has a decent amount of health left, which means I need to use a decent weapon on him. I guess the Claymore is really my only real option. I grabbed a halberd, but I really don't want to use it if I can help it. So, yeah. I guess we'll go ahead and accept that outcome. Yeah, I'm doing pretty bad this dungeon, guys. It's probably gonna be a shit show the entire way through. I don't think there's really any way around it at this point. I'm so out of it. And normally I probably wouldn't even be recording this. I wouldn't even be doing a dungeon run when I'm this just tired and mentally unfocused. But I've been so busy the last few days. I am like completely out of content to release to you guys. So in the interest of entertaining some of you, I am deciding to just do it and live with the consequences. I don't know. Maybe the dungeon and the RNGesus will see that I'm continuing the grind despite my poor state of mind, and they'll just give me a break, and I'll get like all of the uniques in this run or something. That would be pretty fantastic. It's also highly improbable, but it'd be pretty freaking fantastic if it happened. Oh, really? There's a Forsaken? Great. We're gonna switch that and that. And I'm gonna sneak attack this Forsaken, assume that is a possessed down there, and I'm gonna run the hell away. No. Okay, that was not a possessed. Well then, if that's the case, I am going to finish him off like so. And switch back to my normal armor. Have a drink. And we'll take care of this leper soldier. What else can I tell you guys? Oh, yes. I did do a brief analysis on chests. And it appears, and again, the sample size is a little small, so I don't want anybody to quote me on this and say this is absolute, but it appears that there are in fact 8 normal loot chests in the dungeon every single time, in addition to the Forsaken chest, which is the final chest at the end. Which actually, I'm not sure if I've actually mentioned that the developers have officially named that chest now. It is now officially named the Forsaken chest. So if I ever say Forsaken chest and you don't know what I'm talking about, I am talking about the final chest at the very end of the dungeon, which has all of the really good loot in it. Or potentially all of the really good loot in it. But yeah, as far as I can tell, there are 8 normal loot chests in the dungeon every single time. Now, a lot of people probably haven't seen all 8. If you only stick to the main rooms, then you probably will only see about half of them. It seems they're pretty well split up between rooms that are necessary to go through to reach the Forsaken chest at the end. That was some weird pathfinding. But anyways, yeah, it seems that the chests are pretty well split up between the main path and the actual side paths. So it's kind of a 50-50 split. So if you only are going for the Forsaken chest, then you probably are missing half of the normal chests. And I guess if you only really care about the unique items, or like the super rares, like the handles, or the grindstone wheels, or the clamps, or pincers, or cuffs, or whatever. Well, the pincers aren't even in game yet, but I'm sure they'll probably be droppable in a Forsaken chest, if not on the first floor. Well, no, they'd have to be on the first floor because we think the torture chair actually grants us access to the second floor. But I believe those items are only from the Forsaken chest. I'm getting a little flustered here, having to deal with all of these enemies that are aggroing way before I want them to aggro. Really starting to piss me off. I really don't like the aggro range in here, and it's also a little bit difficult if you haven't done, if we're not doing dungeon runs consistently, like every single day. You kind of forget that the map here in the dungeon is zoomed out. So the area that you see on the mini-map is actually a lot bigger than what it portrays. So it can kind of throw you off a little bit when you're trying to judge distances. But I still feel that a lot of the enemies in the dungeon have bigger detection radiuses than their normal enemy counterparts outside of the dungeon. I really feel that they do. It bothers me a lot in here. And actually, I should really stop trying to get sneak attacks, to be perfectly honest. I saw Hax doing that, and he was doing it rather successfully, and it really makes me want to try and do a good job with that, but it's just, it never works out well for me. So I really don't know why I bother. Alright, so kill that Forsaken. And go ahead, take another drink. God damn it. Yeah, this is just like, they're always placed in such a way that if I try to sneak attack somebody else sees me before I can get there, and it's just like, ugh, it just becomes a giant mess. Like, I would really like to get sneak attacks off. It really makes your runs far more efficient, but I can never do it because of the way enemies are facing. And then enemies, like, rush into my range and get ahead of the enemy that I did a whole bunch of damage to. So all of a sudden, my character starts attacking an enemy that has full health instead of the one that's one hit away from death, and I end up taking a whole lot more damage that way. That's another really... What the hell? That's a Desecrator, and there was a Forsaken around the corner. So that room had 2 Forsaken and a Desecrator? Holy crap. That is kind of ridiculous, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm gonna take that hit, and yeah, I was gonna say my tier 3 armor is gonna break, which is fine. I kind of want that armor to break anyway. Need to get it out of my inventory, so it's like whatever. And from there, a good mace hit should do it. Coal, thank you very much. My inventory is starting to open up here. That's nice. I should have a very easy time when it comes time to take all of the loot from here. And actually, I should probably be taking the time to stuff all of this loot into... Alright, there was a Forsaken over here. What am I doing? I don't know if I can get a sneak attack off on him. I don't think I can. Based on the way that he is looking? Yeah, that's just not even gonna happen. So, and actually I really don't have much left in terms of normal weaponry to deal with him. So, or in terms of good weaponry to deal with him. I guess that works. But yeah, I am. This is kind of a crap run. It's kind of how I feel. Should probably take the stuff from all of these bodies and put them in some chests. But I don't know. I'm not really feeling it right now. I don't feel like doing that. Alright, so I'm guessing one of these is going to... Because that room was crazy. That was 2 Forsaken and a Desecrator? This has to lead to the final room. That's probably a dead end. This is probably the final room, I'm guessing. No? Okay, whatever. Whatever then. Game. I really don't like that. It's a kiting spot. This will work as a pretty decent kiting spot, though. That works well indeed. Is this the way to the final room? Mayhaps. Could be. I don't know. I have no idea which way is the final room at this point, guys. I mean, other than that room up to the top left, definitely isn't it. I'm pretty sure that's a dead end. And is it a dead end with a chest? It might be. No, it doesn't look like it. What are you? Are you a plague spawn? Yes, you are. Okay, I'm gonna take you all the way over yonder, because I don't want to get poisoned. I also really don't like that kiting spot, the way it's laid out. Ugh. But, yeah, once this week is over, a little after my birthday, a couple days after that, so into August, I should more or less be back to... Oh, really? What the hell? I couldn't hit him from here? Or here? Oh, I guess this part might have been a little thick, because it's kind of awkwardly angled. Okay, whatever. Whatever, game, I'll let you have that. You're being a jerk to me right now. I better be rewarded for this. Seriously, if I go through all of this as crappy as I feel right now, and I don't get a unique or something, I am gonna be all kinds of salty. Ugh. Because yeah, it's been a pretty long while doing all of these dungeon runs, and still have yet to see a unique. Whereas I see like so many people who were like, "Oh, I did my first run and I got a Nika sickle and a feeding trough and a claymore and a halberd and 2 pieces of tier 5 armor and like 2 mechanisms and 4 weapon oil, and I'm just like, you are the luckiest son of a bitch. You have no idea what I've had to go through, and I still haven't even seen a unique. Speaking of which, did you drop one? No. Like, oh, it's ridiculous. It really is at this point. I'm very, very sad what the dungeon has provided me. I mean, Hax keeps trying to tell me, well, hey, at least you got the blueprints, and I'm like, yeah, fat lot of luck they're giving me. They're doing me a whole lot of good, considering I can't get the parts to build them. At least if you keep getting the parts to build them, as soon as you get the blueprint, you can just build them instantly. Whereas me, nah, I'm pretty effed in that department. I cannot get a part to save my life. Can't even see a unique to save my life. I have just been not happy for a while. Alright, we're gonna drag this guy all the way back here and deal with him. Put my armor on. And I'm gonna kite this Forsaken because I don't have any other really good options at this point. Oops. I didn't mean to take that. And I Leper Soldier, bye Leper Soldier. A little low on HP right now. Damn it, I don't want to deal with this Leper Soldier right here. I don't want to get hit by him. Oh, God, this is just horrible. Damn it, I'm trying not to... I need to get to a door, that's what I need to do. Then that Leper Soldier won't muck everything up. I mean, not that I should really be afraid of taking hits from a Leper Soldier, but seriously, it's like, I'm trying to be reasonably efficient here. And that little guy is just making it really, really hard to do that. Alright. Oh, no, damn it, I got caught on a little piece of frickin' wood that I didn't even know existed. Can't even frickin' see it there on the floor. I hate this Leper Soldier. I hate him so much. You ruined my plans, you jerk. Oh, God. Alright, I still have this room up here as well. I have no idea where this goes. You know what, guys? I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm gonna call this an episode, guys, right here. And I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do, guys, is on the next episode, I'm gonna start off, by grabbing all these bodies and the thing in the loots, and I'm just gonna bring them all to a central chest, and I'm going to consolidate all of my loot into one chest. It'll make it easier once I come out of here. And the only reason I'm going to post it, I'm going to include it in the video and not do it off camera, is because I really need to be sure that I record all of the loot that I get for the purpose of gathering somewhat of an accurate picture on the loot that you get from the dungeon runs. So, yeah. If you don't particularly care to see that, when you watch the next episode, I would probably go ahead and skip about 5 to 10 minutes ahead in that episode. So, you know, just so you guys are forewarned. So until then, guys, take care.